What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy Sniper Kicks, and today, as you see, is dunks galore on the Flex app. There's so many dunks that are restocking on the Flex app, so we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna, help you how to cop the dunks, and then we're just gonna talk about some things as well and where you can cop the dunks outside of the Flex app as well. But you already know, guys, on the road to 15K. We're about to get there soon, man. We're at like 12.8. So guys, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification bell, and of course, smash that like button. But Flex app, as you see, Foot Locker, Champs, Kids Foot Locker, they got a whole restock in dunks. I knew beforehand because my local mall ended up having dunks like weeks ago, and they were saying like, hey, we don't know what we got to do with them. We're waiting on corporate to tell us what to do with them. But the thing that's very confusing about these dunks is that a couple weeks back, if you saw my vlog with the Legend Blues, they were offering dunks to people, but now they're putting dunks back on reservation. So that gives me some hope for the Hyper Royals, which we'll talk about in a different video, because they were giving out dunks, a couple weeks or 2 weeks ago with the Legend Blues, but now they're back on reservation. So that's a good sign right there. So guys, just be patient about the Hyper Royals. I believe they're going to go back on the Flex app, and we'll make a whole different video about that because I know people are still searching for those Hyper Royals. But you see the dunks, man. There's so many dunks. You got the gray low dunks. You got the pearl dunks. You got the UNLV. You got the panda. You got the cobalt. Like, it is dunks galore on the Flex app. And I want to help you guys, give you a little bit of helpful information of how you can also cop these dunks, because I know people love dunks. People love dunks. So let me help you guys real quick. So number one thing is, with these dunks, if you're, familiar with the Flex app and you're on all the releases, you'll probably know this. But if you're not familiar with it and you're not on every release, you probably, won't end up, taking this advice or know what to do. So the first thing I want to, tell you guys to do is that, so with the dunks, you're going to have stores. Some stores, some locations, only 1 or 2 locations, but with some of the dunks that restock, there's a whole bunch of locations. And you already know, if you see my videos, the number one thing you want to do is that you want to pick a location that the dunks haven't dropped yet. So for instance, like the panda dunks, if you see a location in your city that didn't have the panda dunks on the first restock and the second restock, that probably means they have the bulk of their shipment. This is their first time getting it. But, if all the stores are getting restocks, of course, pick the biggest mall, because, that's the store that probably gets the bulk of its shipment, is the biggest store. And guys, the size matters, man. Size matters. So always pick a size that you believe that, they'll have the most pairs of, especially if you have, a good amount of points. But guys, that's the first tip I want to tell you guys is number one, pick a store that didn't get a restock yet or haven't had the dunks yet. But if all the stores had them already, pick the biggest mall. That's the number one. Also, guys, with these dunks, make sure you do your reservations on all 3 platforms. You have Foot Locker, you have Champs, and you have Kids Foot Locker. A lot of people miss out on not, put in, reservation for all 3 different, companies, because, at the end of the day, if you have 3, different reservations for each, partner store, you'll have, a greater chance of winning. So make sure you do that. And guys, man, have your fingers crossed, of course. Also with the dunks, man, I got word that some finish lines are, releasing the gray dunks 2 on Wednesday. I don't believe it's no raffle or anything. It's just first come, first serve. So make sure you check your finish line in JD Sports on these dunks, because they do their dunks differently, man. They rarely do raffles for dunks at Finish Line and JD Sports. So make sure you get there on Wednesday. If you don't win any reservations on these dunks, make sure you get there and get first in line and try to get the dunk. But call them today and see if they're getting the dunks tomorrow. So guys, yeah. So that's the quick information on the dunks, the restock and everything. But guys, the thing that I'm excited about is that these dunks restock like 4 times, man. Like, you think about it. The last time the pandas came out so long ago, the UNLVs, like, these shoes came out so long ago. And of course, you already know it's shipping delays, with a lot of things. And if these things are, taken or restocking 2, 3, 4 times, that gives hope for previous shoes. Like for instance, the Shadow 2.0s, I heard they're putting those back on the Flex app. Hyper Royals, I don't have any word on, but I'm pretty sure, man, if if they're doing these with the Dunks, I believe that the Hyper Royals are going to be back on the Flex app. It's not concrete information, but there's hope. There's still hope, seeing how many times these Dunks have restocked. And Dunks are a good, really good, thing to flip, because it's like they're only $100 and you could get $260, $250 for them. So guys, try to go after for the Dunks, and a lot of people are reselling, so that's a good flip. And of course, Dunks are in style right now, so if you want to hold, also go hold, especially Pandas. People are going to want the Panda Dunks regardless, so that is definitely a good hold. Guys, something I also want to talk about with JD and Finish Line is the Jordan 5s that are getting reserved right now. If you don't know, Jordan 5, it says goes green, whatever, but that's not the right style code. People have been hitting me up right and left talking about, like, hey, Sniper Kicks, what Jordan 5 is this? And if you remember my video about 3 weeks ago, I told you the Raging Bulls were going to go back on the Finish Line app because people are starting to get shipment in. And I told you guys, the Raging Bulls, there's a lot of Raging Bulls going to remind you of the Carmines, that there are going to be a lot of late shipment. And you see right now, Finish Line is doing another raffle for the Raging Bull 5s. So if you haven't already, go to Finish Line app, JD Sports app, put your reservation in, put your extra tickets in if you really want these, and then good luck on the Jordan 5 Raging Bulls. Again, the extra tickets give you a better chance. It doesn't guarantee you a dub. It gives you a better chance. So I recommend, if you really want them, put around like 20 or 30 tickets on there, and you will have a good chance of hitting these, Raging Bulls, because what did I say? They were going to restock, and guess what? They're restocking back on Finish Line and JD. So if you haven't copped them yet, here's your chance, and here's your opportunity to cop these Raging Bull 5s. So man, that is the video for today, man. Wanted to give you some quick update on these Dunks, because there's a lot of Dunks on the Flex app, and I want people to cop these Dunks. Remember, pick, if you don't really know what malls got the Dunks before and what didn't, make sure you pick the biggest mall that you have. Pick a good size that they'll have stocked with as well, and have your fingers crossed, because you maybe will hit the Dunks. Another thing, like I said, Raging Bulls back on the Finish Line JD Sports app. Make sure you do that reservation, cop those Raging Bulls, because it's an iconic colorway. If you want to hold these, people don't understand, man. When that suede gets dirty, people want new pairs. So if you want to hold these Raging Bulls, I say it's a good hold as well. So man, this is your boy Sniper Kicks, and we are out, and I appreciate y'all for everything. Peace.